You will become magnetic and effortlessly attract opportunities and synchronicities to you when you master the pregame. No matter what it is that you're going to do. For me, it's what I do before every meeting with a client, before every video that I record, is I tap into my pregame ritual, which is I take a moment to find and align with that stillness, that silence within me. And I connect with my future self or my higher self, that aspect of me which is clear, which is centered, which is inspired, which is creative. And I basically channel that version of me, that part of me. And you see, that has become such a habit now that I can do it very quickly. But it makes all the difference. And it can be applied to really any situation or any circumstance or any application, whether it's something that you want to create or someone that you want to connect with or something that you want to manifest. It's the one thing that makes the biggest difference for every single thing that you do. And so, as an example, before I start a video, I tune in and I let go of any of the clutter or the noise that's swirling around in my mind. And I center myself and I align with that true, pure, higher self. And I do that by visualizing sort of a chord coming from the heavens, way above, from a higher realm or perspective. And I imagine it coming through my crown or the top of my head. And I imagine it straightening my spine. And I imagine it filling my mind and completely filling my body with light and inspiration and creativity and love and connection and abundance and creativity. And I imagine that filling my entire body as it starts to move down my spine, down my torso, down through my legs. And then I imagine it coming out the other side through my feet. And I imagine it grounding deeper and deeper and deeper into the ground, so that this line of inspiration, this thread of truth that is connecting me with all that I am into this world, this reality. And I am the bridge, I am the vessel, I am the vehicle for that. And I just allow myself to open up more and more, visualizing more and more of that intelligence, that light, that love, that inspiration to move through me, to move me. And then through belief, through faith, through conviction, I decide that I'm ready. And this is a really key point because there is a great power in that decisiveness to just choose to be ready, to just declare to yourself that you are going to do this, whatever it is. Again, I do this before a meeting with a client, or I do this before a call with a group, or I do this before I make a video. And there's just a moment where I'm filled to the brim, so to speak, with that light, that vibrancy, that infinite intelligence. And then there's a moment of choice where I just tell myself that I'm ready and there's no looking back. And I'm just going to take that leap of faith into the unknown. And I don't even necessarily need to know what I'm going to say or how I'm going to start or where it's going to go, but I just trust in that guidance that I have now firmly connected myself with that inspiration that is now going to guide me. It's going to lead me. And all I need to do is stay receptive to that. And you see, by doing that, you literally bridge the future or your higher self into this moment now. You see, a lot of the time we're trying to get somewhere with what we're doing. We're trying to use this creative act or this action as a means of getting somewhere. But actually, you want to bridge that from where you're coming from, right? So rather than trying to go somewhere and figure out where you're going, clarify and align where you're coming from and make the source from which you act, from which you create, from which you manifest, from which you speak, make that the point of power. Make that the point of clarity. Make that the point of infinite creativity. And when you start from there, and when you align yourself in this pre-game, then you cannot fail. You cannot create anything less than a miracle, than magic, because that is where you are beginning from.